What's up, agents? Have you been at a class or have you heard someone say you have to be on video to be successful in the coming years in real estate? I was there, January 2020, right before the pandemic, and I went to a class. It was probably not the first time I heard it, but I took action. I'm gonna tell you how I went from just that guy who hated how I looked, hated how I sounded, to managing 2 YouTube channels and leveraging video to build my business, both in agent attraction and in client attraction. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? Coach Kane here with the Realtor Playbook, helping you win every single day at the game of real estate. If you like what you hear, smash that like button, shoot me a subscribe, always comment. I respond to 100% of my comments. Leave me questions, comments, anything you like, you hate, whatever, just leave comments. That's great. We'll definitely respond to you. If you're interested in a one-on-one strategy session with me, I would love to sit down with you and help you build your business to win at the game of real estate. Or if you're interested in partnering with myself and the Agent Wolfpack at EXP, Mike Sherrard, I would love to sit down and talk to you about this life-changing opportunity ahead of you. But today we're talking about leveraging video. All right, so here you are, a realtor, real estate professional, been in it 40 years, been in it one day. You've heard it. Everybody says you have to start leveraging video. That video is where it's at. And everybody else that they're talking to is like, but I don't like the way I look, or I don't like the way I sound, or I don't have the equipment. I'm here to tell you, stop. I was that guy, January 2020. I'd heard it for the final time. I was like, let's do this. If you remember January 2020, just 2 months before the COVID shutdown, right? It was a dang good idea that I was on video and doing what I was doing when that all happened. My business flourished that year, and video is the #1 reason why. So let's dive in a little bit to that. The truth is, video was the future. Video is now the present. The people that are leveraging video for their business are absolutely crushing it. And there's a lot of reasons why. Obviously, it's got that personal touch, but the main thing is we're at the tip of the iceberg here. We haven't even gotten to the massive amounts of leverage that it will continue to give. If you're on YouTube, that's evergreen content. It's there forever. A lot of things change in real estate, but a lot of things stay the same. Buyer mindset, seller mindset, don't overprice. All of those things, great topics to start video on. And the truth is, you start general, and then as you get going, the wheels start turning and you have different idea after idea after idea. So we'll talk a little bit about strategies on how to come up with content, because I know that's something that is hard for people. Video is now. Video is the present. We're just at the beginning. Like, wait until all this evergreen content from YouTube continues to hit, continues to door knock for you 24/7, 365. That's where the power of video will absolutely take off for you. Have I convinced you to start video yet? Well, now the next question is, what platform should I use? If you're going to listen to, my mentor and good friend Mike Sherrard, he's going to say YouTube is the only answer. YouTube is owned by Google. It helps with SEO. It absolutely puts you in front of where you need to be. Instead of all those dang calls like, hey, do you want to get at the top of Google? Just do YouTube, do it right, and you will be at the top of Google. Maybe not at the paid ad section, but most of us scroll through that anyways because we already caught on. So this is a huge SEO play, and obviously YouTube being owned by Google, they kind of bump it up in the searches. So that's one tip for you. YouTube is the answer. Granted, now the next part of that is, I can't do long form content. My advice to you is just start. If you're gonna do short form, Reels, TikTok, Facebook, whatever it may be, do it. Get on video. I'll talk a little bit about my story now. So January 2020, I was in a class, shout out to Walter Parker, a great lender here in the Colorado area. He was just like, get over yourself, dude. Like, you got to do it. And I talked to him after, and he's like, whoa, like, you're taking action. Like, I went home, I made a plan, and I implemented what I did to help get to where I am on video. I'm not great at it yet still, but I still put out content. Just kidding, I'm a lot better than I was. I literally turned my phone around right here, boom, held it up with one hand, just like this, and started talking, right? I was essentially regurgitating education that I got from other sources, about the real estate market, about becoming an investor in real estate. I started Why Invest Wednesday the second week in January 2020. I have not missed a Why Invest Wednesday since I started. That's not true. I was on a boat one time in Lake Powell with no service, and I didn't do it that week. But other than that, over 2.5 years, I have been pressing live on Facebook every single week, every Wednesday for Why Invest Wednesday. That changed my business in a lot of ways. The most important one was I got comfortable talking to a camera. I got comfortable creating a situation where it's conversational with an inanimate object, right? But the point is that I was having those conversations over and over and over again with all of the people in my sphere. So I essentially just took that and put it on a video, and they watch it on Facebook now or Instagram. Don't worry, I still talk to my clients and that kind of stuff. But every single Wednesday, right? And it's super cool now because since I was utilizing Facebook, like the memories pop up now, right? Like 2 years ago. So it's on Fridays now. I get one on Thursday, one on Friday because it's Wednesday and it moves back. So 2 years ago is on Friday, 1 year ago is on Thursday. And I listen to them every once in a while. I started talking about the market after we got through like investor tips and things like that. Still called it Why Invest Wednesday, still kept the brand, but I listened to it and I listened to the different market, right? I listened to what the market was like in April of 2020 and April of 2021 and now April of 2022. And so I can kind of compare, but the biggest difference is my delivery, right? Obviously I have a lot cooler stuff now, a cooler setup. I got lights, I got cameras, I got all kinds of stuff, but it started with the cell phone. And so the quality is a little bit different, but I listen to what I say and how I deliver it. My right? All this stuff. And I even had people say, hey man, I love what you're doing. You say a lot, right? Great feedback and a great conversation, okay? People are watching, right? And I started doing some YouTube live and I started getting on multiple streaming services. I use StreamYard so I can go live on multiple services. I use my phone so I can go live on Instagram now. And so I have some more tools at this point and I blast it out. That video every single week gets at least 500 views within a week, right? And it's my sphere. It's people that know, like, and trust me. It's friends on Facebook. It's contacts on Instagram. And then I take that video and I have it professionally remastered for YouTube. And that just kind of cleaned it up. And you can find those on my YouTube channel. My other YouTube channel I can link below that's more client facing. But now it's a thing, right? I will tell you that about a year in, my phone rang every single Wednesday asking me a question. I would stir up like, oh, this is the time to buy, or, you know, if you're thinking about an investment property, these are some changes that are coming, now might be the time. And my phone would ring every single Wednesday just to ask a question. Not like, didn't turn into immediate anything. And now I go to classes and title people and lenders are like, hey, I saw your video on Morrison last week. That's super cool. That's where I live. So all of it's just conversation starters, but it's top of mind, right? I don't have to do the old school 5 calls, 6 calls a year and 24 mailers and all that stuff because I'm leveraging social media where most of my sphere is, and they see me and they see information and value. And sometimes the topic doesn't relate to them and they still click on it. So when I'm helping younger agents get into video and how to do it, I just say press live, get on live and talk, because the difference is once you're live, it's out there. People have seen it. You don't have to like sit and be like, so I recorded it. Now I have to go, type some things. And, once you're live, you're live. And so that helps you kind of get over those multi-steps. One of the steps that, Walter told me in that class was don't ever listen to yourself, just post it. Well, live made it so I could just post it. I couldn't listen to myself. I couldn't delete. I could, but why delete it after it's out there and you've done it and it's good and it's simple 5 minutes, quick tip, whatever that may be. So press that live and get better on video. And then you can dive into buying all the cool stuff. And, once you get comfortable and realize the power of video, then you can easily invest in everything you need. But I don't know one realtor without an iPhone. So if you have one iPhone or an Android, boom, turn it around, look at yourself, Talk about what you know, talk about your business, because we're all proud of that, right? Talk about what's going on, talk about stories about, buyers and sellers in the market. And, I met with this lender that had this cool product, whatever that may be. Just talk and get used to being on camera and build up that confidence, because as the great Mike Sherrard says, YouTube consistency and performance is door knocking for you 24/7, 365, while you sleep, while you eat, while you hang out with your family. A complete game changer as far as leveraging time. And so let's talk about a little bit of that. I just touched on time. How about my return? What's my return from video? I've now incorporated video into my transaction management. So different steps of the process, or I have a video for to kind of explain. Before we even get there, I talk a lot about preparing to buy a house. And so that all that stuff is there. Like, I have videos and I know, and I remember what videos I did. So if something comes up, I can say, hey, absolutely great question. Here's a link that I did a video on. Check it out. Obviously, I can have that conversation too, but if it's just a general question or a comment on my social media or whatever, I can send them another video, and then they're engaging in that, growing to know, like, and trust me, growing more and more until we get to that meeting, and then they become a client, and then they become a lifelong client because of my processes. And that's huge, right? That one video, or that why I'm in real estate, maybe touch somebody, and it's a little bit different, right? It's a little bit more than, hey, read my bio on my website. Video is powerful. People connect to it. People will put it on and they're still hearing it even if they're not looking at it. And so all of that information, the ability to deliver on your value and make it so you can not say the same thing 750 times, is absolutely key to time saving and building your business. So video has absolutely changed my business. I will tell you that right now. If you want to sit down and build a plan and come up with an idea, because your personality might be a little bit different than mine, definitely smash that Calendly link button below, and we will sit down and dial it in. Because if you're not on video, you are wasting a ton of time. And like I said, video's here now, but wait until you see that people are properly leveraging video and doing it consistently as their content continues to produce year after year, day after day, hour after hour. Thanks for tuning in. Go get a win today in the real estate world. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.